If you just want to start, just some general thoughts on it.
Well, first of all, we got a lot of respect for Austin P, and certainly Nate's done an unbelievable job with his basketball team in year one, and we've had two really good battles with him. I think when you slam the two games together, it couldn't be any closer. I think we're ahead by one. So we prepared really hard. It'll be another hard-fought basketball game. I think the score doesn't indicate how hard it was. I thought their team competed the whole way through. They really challenged on the backboard in the second half. They made some runs to end the half. They made some runs in the second half. But every time they did, our guys responded, and they kept staying together. I thought our leadership, our toughness, and we kept playing at the basket. And it was across the board. Obviously, getting started in the game, Biggie got us off to a great start, and this guy, we couldn't be more proud of him. He had some personal things going on about 2 weeks ago, and all he did was double back down on his commitment to this basketball team and his teammates. And good things happen to good people, and we're proud of him. Obviously, Keyshawn, nobody's worked harder since he's been here, and he was just a leader. He was in control the whole night, calm mind and aggressive, and just had that whole thing of patience and poise, but always in attack mode. So, and then he just goes around the room. Junior had a tough first half shooting the ball, but made some plays. John did as well, but they both showed up in the second half. And when it got really hard and got us some easy baskets, and I thought the defense from start to finish for us was, as good as we've had all year long. Defense is the way for us. If we can defend, these guys have gotten really good in the fast break. They advance it, they share it, and then they score. So that was, for me, that was kind of the game. I was concerned coming into the game a little bit, as anybody that has to be in a leadership position, about how these guys might respond, being in postseason for the first time. But I guess they showed all of us how they're going to respond. They responded like they've been through it, like they've been here before. When you get in these situations, you don't have to do anything different than you've been doing, because you've been doing the right things the whole way through, even when you haven't always got the results you wanted. So those are the reasons why we played well. It wasn't something that happened the night before or two practices ago. These guys have been staying with it for a long time. And tonight, I think you saw the fruits of a lot of their hard work.
All right, we're going to start first. We have a question from Zoom. So Mitch Davis, if you want to unmute yourself, go ahead and ask.
Coach, congratulations on the wins, guys. Congratulations on the wins. Coach, 38 points in the paint, Coach, and then fast break points, 14. Defensively, what did you guys do to cause that on those fast break points? And then offensively, a lot of high ball action, a lot of high screens. Coach, talk about your paint performance and how you guys did tonight and how that prepares you for the next round.
Well, I thought the assistant coaches did a great job. We had a really good game plan over there against them when we won the road. They've changed their lineup a little bit. They put a lot more shooting out there to start the game. So the game plan had to change for us. We wanted to try to front him and get really strong help from behind. I thought that worked. He's an unbelievable player, the big fella inside. So we've been very fortunate the last two times and how we've defended him. But a lot of credit goes to assistant coaches and these guys for absorbing a new game plan and getting it into the game. Then obviously there's other lineups where it's personnel driven, and we were able to kind of get ourselves in the right spots. From an offensive standpoint, it kind of starts from there. When we were able to get defensive stops, and I think they had 26 points in the first half, we just stayed in the break, and these guys found each other. Obviously, Biggie found some shots. They were looking for him, and then it just makes it so much easier for everybody else. And it's incredible how many layups you were able to get because they're not leaving him. All he's got to do is really make one. And then when it happens, they're so consumed with it. If they can't switch it, it creates a lot of problems. They do. These guys have gotten really good at going one way, changing direction, and find themselves down the lane. But we're always going to have a lot of a ball screen. Tonight, it was a little bit different. I'm proud of the team for being able to change. I was able to coach from the sideline a little bit, make some adjustments because they were taking the big fella off of him and putting him on Deontay or John. And we were able to get those guys in the screen and roll action. And that's where you saw Deontay get 2 or 3 dunks rolling down the lane and just some really good pocket passing by the playmakers. So offensively, I don't know, guys, the last 8 games, we've really kind of got ourselves in a pretty good headspace. I guess there's been 1 or 2 halves where we haven't done real well, but probably for the last 4 or 5, 6 weeks, we've been playing pretty well offensively. And that's a tribute to these guys. I think it's also, the other team's working really hard too, right? They got coaches, they got good players. And we've had to continue to elevate our offense and do some different things. But Deontay and John and some of the other guys have become incredible cutters in our offense, not just standing and moving the floor. And that allows these guys to showcase their God-given talents.
The way that the offense was running, they were able to create open looks for you. What was going on out there?
Yeah, like what Coach touched on was as part of the game plan with the ball screen covers they had. Start the game, they weren't switching it, so it created a lot of problems. And you got to credit our guards for making the right reads. If they had a lane to drive it or a kick back, those guys did a great job of making the right decision all night. And it was a great game plan. And it worked out well for us.
Keyshawn, you were able to penetrate the paint quite a bit against a really good Austin P defense. Just what was working?
Yeah, like they said, man, just reading the defense, putting Biggie in the ball screen. I just had to, read what his defender was doing. If he didn't leave, that gave me a opening to get into the lane, and I just had to be aggressive and get in there and make the right play from there. I've just had to, just keep working at it, and we played really good today. We played good offense. We had really good ball movement, and we just made good plays, and it paid off.
Keyshawn, also, Coach alluded to the last few weeks, 6-2 in the last 8 games. This is not good.
Yeah. I mean, credit to everybody that's teammates, coaches. We've been working really hard. It's showing. It's exciting to see. We're having fun, and the bench has been incredible. Everybody's bought in. We just gotta keep it rolling, keep it going. Yeah.
He made an interesting thing there. I thought that our bench has been really good all year long, and everybody's got a hand in on this, and everybody has to kind of stick with it. It's not just maybe the guys that play the most minutes, or certainly not about all the coaches or anything like that, but everybody's got a role to play. It doesn't mean you have to like your role all the time, but everybody's got a role to play. Biggie didn't like it when there was a stretch this season where he didn't play, but he never said anything. He just did what we asked him to do. And it's funny how that works out. It kind of comes back to you, right? And but anyway, I thought all season long, but especially here of late, those guys on the bench, there's a ridiculous amount of energy down there. There's a ridiculous amount of coaching and respect. Dane, CJ, Daniel's over there, Bailey's over there. Those guys, I mean, you see it. I think one of my best moments the other day on the senior day was when Biggie was being interviewed, and I think CJ came back out of the locker room and poured water on his head. Like that's what this is all about, for these guys to have some fun together, making memories. And this will be something they won't forget. Obviously, they'll have a chance at some point in time to think about it. They're not going to have much chance right now because we're not done yet.
Biggie, how exciting was it to come in here for your first OVC tournament game and get the win?
Oh man, I mean, super exciting, especially for our program, not being here for a couple of years. And I know a lot of the guys like Junior who have been here longer than me. It really means a lot to them. And it's the best time of the year, March Madness. And like Coach said, there's no feeling like advancing another day.
We got one more from Zoom. Mitch, go ahead again.
Coach, obviously you've been in a lot of March Madness opportunities as a player, coach. How do you prepare your players for advancement, survive and move on, as the coin phrase of March Madness? How do you prepare your guys for keep on moving on and just forget about the regular season and keep on moving on?
Quite honestly, I kind of stay away from my playing career a lot. Sometimes it does come up. I mean, I wasn't as good as I'm getting a lot better as time goes on. I've become a lot better player, but this is about these guys. And I did try to explain to them, that there's nothing like March Madness. There's nothing like winning and advancing in a tournament. But more importantly, we talk about every single day. The biggest game on your schedule is the next one. And if you start saying, you know what, I'm going to give great effort, I'm going to prepare well, I'm going to pay attention, I'm going to do this or that when I become a starter, when I shoot all the balls, or when I'm the captain of the team, then you'll never get ready. I think these guys have been preparing for this moment, even when we weren't finishing games or winning games or getting the results we wanted. These guys were staying with it, being hard-nosed, being nasty, dealing with the pain and suffering. And this is what happens. You never really know how close you are. Yeah, I know this is only one game, but like this is a big deal to us. We've won a lot of basketball games here in February. There's not a lot of days in February. So we're really proud of these guys. And then we got a chance to keep playing. And so that's where it gets, we got, you know, we're going to get this next opponent's best shot. All you did tonight was get their attention, and that's fine. Let's go prepare. Let's get our rest. Let's get our recovery. Let's pay attention to nutrition and get ready to go. So yeah, sometimes March Madness can be a distraction. Sometimes the pressure of one and done can be a distraction, all that stuff. I'm not playing well, this, that, and the other. It's not how it's supposed to go. When you start thinking like that, you just made it about yourself. You just lost focus of your team. And the thing we put on the board was, let's make sure we focus on each other. Let's make sure we focus on getting better. And this is our time. This is our time to take advantage of the opportunity. And, you know, I'm just happy for these guys. It's not over, but, you know, they deserve a lot of credit for what they've been through and how they've handled themselves. They've been very classy and professional. And I really believe this, and they probably get tired of hearing me say it. They're not even close to being as good as they can be.
All right, thank you guys.